Have you ever looked at someone's life and thought, they're perfect? Perfect job, perfect family, perfect smile. And then you look at yourself and feel like you'll never be enough? But what if I told you that perfection is the biggest illusion of life? What if I told you that the most broken people are often the ones who inspire the world the most? Today's story isn't about perfection. It's about truth, acceptance, and the beauty of being imperfect. Stay with me till the end because this story might just change the way you see yourself forever. There was once a boy named Ion. He was kind, humble, but always quiet. At school, he was the one sitting in the last row, the one no one really noticed. Every day, he saw others being praised for their good looks, their grades, their talents. And deep down, he wished he could be like them. But no matter how hard he tried, he always made mistakes. He stammered when he spoke, he failed tests he studied for. He was never perfect enough. One day, during a class presentation, he forgot his lines. The whole class laughed. Someone shouted, "Ion, you'll never be good at anything." That day, he went home, shut the door, and cried silently. He looked at the mirror and whispered, "Why can't I be perfect like everyone else?" Weeks passed. One afternoon, while walking alone in a park, Ion sat on a bench, lost in thought. Next to him sat an old man, drawing on a small canvas. Ion glanced at it and said, "Your drawing looks amazing." "I wish I could do something that well." The old man smiled and said, "Thank you, but it's far from perfect." Look closely. Ion looked again. There were smudges, uneven strokes, and lines that went in the wrong direction. The old man continued, "You see these mistakes? Every one of them tells a story. Each wrong line taught me something new. And if I had waited to be perfect, I would have never painted at all." Ion looked confused. The man smiled and said softly, "Son, perfection is not real. Growth is." Those words hit Ion hard. That night, Ion went home and looked into the same mirror, the one he used to hate. But this time, he looked deeper. He saw not a failure, but a fighter, someone who, despite fear and mockery, still tried every day. He realized that every person he admired had their own invisible scars. The perfect students were secretly stressed. The confident ones doubted themselves too. Everyone was fighting a battle no one could see. That's when it hit him. Maybe nobody is perfect, and maybe that's perfectly fine. From that day, Ion decided to stop trying to be perfect and start trying to be better. Months passed. Ion started small. He began reading one page of a book each day. He practiced speaking alone in front of the mirror. He learned from his mistakes instead of hating them. Slowly, people started to notice. His confidence grew, his smile came back. One day, a teacher asked him to help a new student who was struggling. Ion agreed. That student, nervous and shy, looked at him and said, "I can't do it. I'm not good enough." Ion smiled and replied, "Neither was I, but I kept trying." Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Those words came naturally because he had lived them. Years later, Ion became a motivational speaker. Not because he was perfect, but because he accepted he wasn't and still kept moving forward. When people asked him, "What's your secret?" he simply said, "Stop chasing perfection, start chasing progress." Because life doesn't reward perfect people, it rewards persistent ones. Now pause for a moment and think about yourself. How many times have you stopped yourself from trying just because you thought you weren't perfect enough? How many dreams have you delayed because you said, "I'll start when I'm ready"? But let me tell you something, you'll never feel ready. You'll never be perfect, and that's exactly why you must start now. Every successful person you admire, they weren't born confident or talented. They were born human, full of mistakes, fear, and flaws. But they chose one thing you still can. They chose to move despite imperfection. Remember this, the cracks in a vase let the light shine through. The scars on your heart make your story real. Your imperfections are not your weakness, they are your signature. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Stop thinking you need to fix yourself before you're worthy of happiness. You are already enough, not when you get the job, not when you lose the weight, not when everyone likes you, but now as you are, because nobody is perfect. And that's what makes every single one of us beautifully human. So if you ever feel broken, remember Ion's story. You don't need to be perfect to inspire others. You just need to be real. Perfection might impress people, but authenticity that changes lives. And if this story touched your heart today, hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, we share real stories about real people who rise above their fears, just like you can. Always remember, you are not perfect. You are enough, and that is your superpower. Nobody is perfect, and that's what makes you unstoppable.